How you doing?
Okay. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good, good. I appreciate your time today. Feel like it's been forever since I last saw you. It was with Uncle Charlie Wilson and Joe. You guys were on tour and you guys made a tour stop in Greenville, South Carolina when I was living there.
Yeah. That had to be what, 2016, I think. 2015, 2016. It
I
has
want to
been a
say
minute.
if it had to be about, yeah, I think about 15,
Yeah,
16, somewhere in that range. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
How have you
indeed. Yes.
how have you been?
I've been all right, the best that I can be, trying not to complain and trying to take
Right,
this, I guess you could say, hard reset as a blessing and a time to just kind of refocus and kind
right,
of reprioritize and figure out what's important and what's not. So I've definitely been
right,
able to do that. What about yourself?
right. Been all right, all things considered. Um,
Hmm.
and I think it's the same for most of us right now, taking this time to really reflect on what's really important and continuing to try to put good out into the world. I could complain, but nobody wants to hear my complaints.
You'd be surprised. Some people may want to hear your
No, they
complaints.
don't want to hear what I got to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Really.
Yes,
Somebody's always got
indeed.
it worse than you do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you
I'm a
know,
firm believer that we have to count our blessings and not our problems. So it can always be better.
absolutely.
It can always be worse.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Well, of course, the new single, we were on it like white on rice a few weeks ago when it dropped. You ain't gotta lie to me.
Yeah.
Then we heard that Kem is
Yeah.
also married now. So the song is about
Yeah.
your relationship with your wife. And so let's talk about the song a little bit. Like, did you just sit up one day and say, I'm going to write her a song so, we can have an understanding? How did that come about?
Um, Actually, the song was written by myself and Anthony Hamilton, Salam Remy, and James Poyser. And Anthony actually sent me the song probably around the time that you saw us on tour with Charlie and Joe, and I didn't sit down to write to it until after I met my wife, Erica, and we were married in this past November, and been together about
Congratulations.
4 years. Thank you. And as you mentioned, it's really, the song is really based on our relationship and those first few conversations that we had about sitting down and being transparent and telling the truth to each other, and owning up to our past, and really just you ain't it was my way of telling her. The song is my way of telling her, you ain't gotta lie to me. I love you, unconditionally, regardless of, your ups and downs, because Lord knows I got mine, so we put everything on the table. And after we did that, neither of us got up and ran for the hills. So I guess it meant that we were meant to be together.
Now, let me ask you something. Is there anything that she could have disclosed to you that would have been a deal breaker?
um, I don't know. I guess the important thing is that there was nothing that was disclosed
Right, right,
that was a
right.
deal breaker. You know what I mean? I mean,
That's what's up.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
believe in transparency when it comes to relationships, especially, when you're starting off. The last thing you want to do is be told something in year one, and then in year three, it's a different story. And you're like, hold up, but you said this happened because of this. Oh, well, it happened this way. And, it's like, oh
right,
my gosh,
right,
so you've been lying to me for 3 years. So I
right,
totally get
right.
the message in that song, and I absolutely love it. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
No doubt. Now, of course, the last song that you released, was it Promise to Love?
The last song that we released, my last album was 2014, was Promise to Love, and I believe Promise to Love was also the last single that we released. So to come back 6 years later with new music, and have it be received by y'all so well is really humbling, and it makes me feel really good. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those 6 years that you kind of took time off, it was like, of course, we never forgot you, and all of your music is in, I'm talking from a program director and music director standpoint now, but is in our gold category. So we can
Yeah.
continue to play your music as if you never left the scene. But
We like
why
that.
6 years?
We like that. I mean, well, I was busy. I was busy too. I mean, life is I was busy with personal and professional development. I changed my management team around on the professional side. I found reevaluated the way I approached making music. Um, Personally, I met my wife. We have 5 kids and 2 together. So my son Christopher was born in 2016. He's 3 now, and we just had our daughter Trinity was born this past October. So I've been busy.
You've been real busy. Okay. So you got 5 kids collectively, a new wife, family. So yeah, 6
Yeah.
years. You took
Yeah.
some time off for personal
We
purposes,
took some
and
time.
I
Yeah.
salute you, because some people run themselves so ragged, and then they so tired, and then they dead another day, and it's like, whoa, what happened? You forgot to live. So
Right,
I love
right.
the fact that you took time off for yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely, no doubt. So the new album, let's talk about that. You got any special features or anything you're specifically proud of on this new album?
The new album is called Love Always Wins, and it will be out on August 28th. Of course, you can pre-order it now. And if you pre-order it now, you get the next single, which is the follow-up to Lie to Me. And the song is called Live Out Your Love, and it features the legendary Tony Braxton. And we're really, really, really excited about that. In fact, I think we're going for an impact on radio today. So another special moment on the album. After 6 years, we got to come, we got to come correct, and for all the diehard Kem fans out there, I love you, and think about, my fans when I'm making music. And I think that you guys I think you're going to find that this album was worth the wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to it, because something I always say is they just don't make grown R&B no more. You get all these whining songs, and it's like, I ain't trying to knock nobody, but I'm a grown woman. I don't want to hear no man whining, okay?
Right.
Yes,
So
indeed.
we're really,
But
really, really excited about it. Yeah. And, I can't wait for you all to hear Live Out Your Love. And Tony is, as you know, extremely talented, and she makes everything sound good. So
yes,
I love the way we sound together. So I can't wait for you all to hear that record. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I know you're on a tight timeline, so real quick before you go, we always do this at the end of my interviews. 5 typical things you wouldn't know about Kem. So the first thing, we'll take it easy on you. What's your favorite junk food?
Favorite junk food is microwave popcorn.
Hey, all right now. I can't even knock it. About 3 nights a week. I'm trying to lay off. Favorite vacation spot?
My favorite vacation spot is Maui, Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, I've never been to the island of Maui, so what makes Maui so special to you?
I was there a few years ago on business, and I had never been. And it's just the place. It's just the vibe is like no other place that I've been on earth, and I loved it so much that we got married there. So we flew back 2 years later and got married there. And so it's really chill. It's really Hawaii is just it's just a vibe, and people are friendly. It's got to be something in the air. It's just real. It's relaxing. And it's a place where you can go and let your guard down. And so one of my favorite places on earth. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Maui. And you know what? Being that you got married in Maui, third question: how did you propose to your wife?
I proposed to my wife in we went to what is called a watch night service on New Year's Eve of 2015. And a watch night service is where you're at church when the proverbial ball drops, and the preacher asked
I've been to a
anybody if
few.
they had, yeah, if they had. Preacher asked us if there were any testimonies in the house,
Okay.
and I got up, and when he gave me permission to speak, I proposed to my wife.
That's what's up. What city was that in?
Yeah, that was just outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. I love it. Absolutely. At church. Yes, indeed. I've been to a few watch night services, some that were really nice and some that I was like, whoa, when the whole choir catch the spirit and start jogging around the church, that's just a little bit too much for me. Yes, indeed. All right. Favorite song of all times?
Favorite song of all time is probably, there are a lot, but just for the sake of this conversation, I will say Secret Garden, Quincy Jones. Secret Garden is that song that had Al B. Shore, James Ingram, El DeBarge, and Barry White on the end. You remember that? You remember the
I
song?
surely do.
Of course you do, right? You're in radio. You're at the top of radio, the radio game. You remember that song. That's
Yes.
probably my favorite.
Definitely. I love the song too. We got great taste in music, no doubt.
Yeah.
And final question today, for those watching, I know you have an incredible story and testimony. You've been through a lot in life, and you've come from the bottom to the top, and you really made a way and a name for yourself. So for somebody that finds themselves in a situation where you once were, where you were trying to make it and just trying to get your life in order, and you kept running into a brick wall, what is the best words of advice or encouragement that you can give that person that you were many years ago?
I think first and foremost is to be honest with yourself. Tell the truth to yourself, accept what's going on, accept the truth about what's going on, in your life, accept the truth of that right now in this moment, and get some help, and ask for help where help is needed. And for me, my struggle was with alcohol and drugs and homelessness, but that principle applies to anything, whatever you're dealing with, is to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge. If you can't acknowledge the truth, then you can't begin to address the problem, and we, and seek a power greater than yourself to help you navigate. Learn from some other people who know better than what you know, because what you know got you where you are.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. Great words of wisdom. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Kem on the Kelly Mack Show today. New album out in 10 days on August 28th. And the name of the album is?
Love Always Wins.
Love Always Wins. I love it. Kem, I wish you nothing but the best. You and your family, your new developed family, your 5 kids, your wife, and yourself. Y'all have a blessed day. And thank you so much for checking in today, okay?
Thanks, Kelly Mack. Be safe.
All right. No problem. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.